Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nick and Matt Get Goosebumps. I'm Matt.
And I'm Nick, and in a world full of Sarah Michelle Gellers, I'm Christy Swanson.
I hate Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Okay.
Never liked her. Today we're going to be discussing book number 10.
We're already at double digits, people. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The Ghost Next Door.
Ooh.
Man, this book makes you grow up real fast.
I guess.
I don't know, man. It's not what I was expecting from this book.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, he lowers your guard, Stine, by giving you books about green slime and talking dummies.
Green slime!
Surprising miracle substance.
What's that?
That's the monster blood.
Oh, green slime. Okay.
Yeah. And then he drops this horrific and sad tale in front of you, and he just says, deal with it, kids.
Yeah. Guess what? You're all gonna die.
Yeah, ban this book from your library. Why don't you, mothers?
Yeah, put it right next to Fahrenheit 451 and Tropic of Cancer.
You know, he did get quite a bit of his books banned from libraries back in the day.
Did he?
Yeah, parents.
This sounds like a spooky fact.
It does. They're all out of order. But this is a spooky fact in general. Over all of the Goosebumps series, some schools actually had to rip off the covers. Disgrace the book.
I think that's maybe just because they got them off the back of a truck.
They weren't just stripped books. They had to become stripped books because the parents were like, no, these books are not appropriate for our children, because they would see the covers and judge them that way. This cover, we're going to get into it when we talk about the covers, not one of my favorite covers. And it's really how I remember the book. That's not one of my favorite books, but...
Okay.
Nick, I may surprise you at the end of this podcast with my G splat rating.
Likewise.
You want to get into the news, Nick?
The spooky news?
No, it can't be spooky everything.
Why can't it be spooky facts, spooky mailbag, spooky news?
Spooky news. Isn't there anything that starts with an S, like the scuttlebutt or something?
What would that do? We're talking about the news, not scuttlebutts.
Isn't like the scuttlebutt like this is what's happening? This is like, hey, have you heard the scuttlebutt? Have you heard the news?
Oh, but I'm 80.
All right. I think
Jesus
it's more of a nautical term.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were a sailor.
Well, you learn something every day, Nick. So R.L. Stine testified before Congress. Did you hear about this, Nick?
No.
On Halloween, R.L. Stine testified before Congress. It was to get kid-eating teachers out of schools.
Hang on. I think you're making this up.
I'm not making it up. It's super strange, Nick.
It's already there.
It was posted by The Onion on Twitter.
Oh, fuck off.
Stein retweeted it.
Do I have to explain to you that The Onion is fake? Although, given the headlines and what is our reality these days, it's very hard to tell sometimes.
But when I watch or read anything from The Onion, it's usually funny to some degree. This was just a minute and a half of Stine with some stock footage of maybe some people at some other
Congressional hearing, yes.
Sure. Stine just spewing nonsense about teachers with 3 rows of teeth turning into giant slugs, how his best friend was eaten as a child. Just weird, man. It was very strange. It was a little Halloween gag, but it was, I don't know who it was marketed towards because it looked very boring.
Our generation.
Our generation.
Yeah,
eh?
Probably. Because we'll laugh at anything.
I didn't laugh. We
will laugh at anything.
I didn't know what to think. Second order of business, Nick. Stine saw Thor. Stine loved Thor.
I saw Thor. I love Thor.
So you and him are very similar. Then.
Yes. It's a good movie, Brent.
Jack Black may not be returning, Nick. This news broke pretty recently by Variety that he might not be coming back for the new Goosebumps movie, Goosebumps Horrorland.
Oh, God. My reaction is, of course, that they're calling it Goosebumps Horrorland. So then who would you get to replace him? Michael Showalter?
Oh, God, no. They say every time Showalter hears his name. I don't know what he does.
Showalter.
Yeah, he say Michael Showalter's name 3 times in the mirror, and he ruins Wet Hot American Summer again. Nick, are you ready for the spooky mailbag?
I am always ready for a spooky mailbag.
I didn't check deep enough in that spooky mailbag last time, and
yeah, you need to reach deep sometimes.
Yeah, and there was actually a letter that got lost. I pulled it out. I'm going to read that after. First up, we have Steve G from Toledo, Ohio.
Hello, Steve G.
As he wrote in, Steve's a fan of Goosebumps and of the show, our show, Nick.
Oh, well, thank you.
He's listening to us right now.
Whoa.
At Chrysler, working on Jeep Wranglers as we speak.
Okay, cool.
So the next time we see a Wrangler out in the world, know that it was made by someone who was listening to us while he made it.
That can be a good road game to play.
Yeah, and in a way, Nick, we made that Jeep. All the Jeeps that we see, we kind of made them. We're a couple of regular...
Let's not take anything away from Steve G.
We're a couple of regular automobilers, you and I.
I would not say that.
No, you wouldn't? I don't know. I think we've been given license to say that.
Get the fuck out of here. Steve, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're apologizing to Steve, but Nick, he's calling you out a little bit right here. He's encouraging you to do your due diligence, Nick.
Yeah?
Watch the episodes. You didn't watch Welcome to Camp Nightmare.
No, I didn't.
And you were probably better off for it.
I'm probably better off not watching a lot of the episodes. I say that as a fan, because at least while I love it, I can acknowledge that...
Some were pretty good. Some were...
Some are okay. Some are good. Yeah, alright. I will make an effort in the future to watch the show.
Well, you don't have too much time, Nick, because Goosebumps is going to be leaving Netflix by November 11th.
Oh.
So you're gonna have to go back to buying the individual DVDs, I think.
Nope.
Or you still have a VCR, hook that bad boy up to Netflix.
I've got many VCRs.
Record a bunch of bootleg Goosebumps and sell them off to all the people who are still hungry for Goosebumps.
No.
Only the good ones, though. You know, we tried to watch The Ghost Next Door.
We did. We made an effort.
We did, Steve. Because of your email, I got Nick to sit down and watch the first 20 minutes of a two-part...
No. We only made it to like 8 minutes.
8
because,
minutes.
Dude, they were shooting day for night, and it wasn't working.
And they misspelled Hannah's name.
They misspelled Hannah's name. There were a lot of issues. It was rough.
Yeah, and you know what? I enjoyed this book, and this episode was kind of ruining it for me, so we had to shut it off before we recorded.
Like, it was just like, oh, this is a bummer.
So thank you for the email, Steve.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you for listening. We do appreciate it very much.
And good luck in your quest to find all 62 original books. He's after them. He wants to share them with his own kids. He's getting into Goosebumps.
Well, I mean, that is why I got the books.
For your kids.
Eventually, yes.
Got to keep that flame alive.
Yes. Still looking, ladies.
Yeah, I'm still looking for one book too.
No. You have a wife. I am just looking for anyone, really.
Well, you probably don't have enough Goosebumps books yet.
I have all the original run, Matthew. What do you want more from me?
You need more. You get more.
I don't want to give myself
Goosebumps,
Goosebumps.
And the ladies will come.
I'm just not going to touch that one.
I still need Chicken. So if anyone out there has a copy of Chicken,
you're not getting mine, that's for sure.
I got a few years to find it. I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. And the last email we wanted to include in the last episode. Unfortunately, I didn't check the inbox in time, so we're going to read it now. It's a participation email, Nick. Are you ready?
Well, who's it from?
Patrick C.
Patrick C. Hello. Yeah. Thank you for your email. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. He's got a hypothetical question for us regarding Welcome to Camp Nightmare.
My whole life is a hypothetical question, so I'm ready for this.
All right. He writes, a movie is made of this issue of Goosebumps. Welcome to Camp Nightmare.
Oh, God.
Who should direct, and who's the cast?
Okay.
I can tell you what Patrick's picks are right away. Director M. Night Shyamalan.
That's exactly who I was going to say.
Okay. We got, in the role of Billy, Finn Wolfhard.
Who's that?
I have no idea, but he writes because he's all the rage right now, so I imagine that was sarcastic. Because if you don't know who Finn Wolfhard is, then nobody knows who Finn Wolfhard is.
Wait, no, I know who he is. I was saying that so you would explain it to everybody.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, he's Mike on Stranger Things, and he was Richie in It.
Oh, okay. That's a weird name for a kid, man.
Okay.
Larry is going to be played by Cole Sprouse.
Oh, yes. The Jughead everyone loves to love, and I love to hate.
Does he play Jughead?
Yeah, he's Jughead on Riverdale.
Oh, okay.
Which I can totally see that casting.
Yeah.
And for Billy as well.
And do you know who he chose for Uncle Al? Same person I would have chose. Same person I did choose.
I don't know. Who would you?
Jonathan Goodman. John Goodman.
Okay, yeah,
right?
I can see that.
Yeah. Who'd you choose?
Okay, well, I would choose M. Night Shyamalan because what a twist.
Yes.
For Billy, I hadn't really thought about it that much, so who plays Will on Stranger Things?
This is going to be the cast of Stranger Things.
No.
I mean, it is for my answer as well.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to step away from that. Who would I... Well, I mean, I know who Larry would be. It would be Stephen Wright. He would just be in a camp counselor uniform. He'd be like,
Okay.
hey, kids. No, that wouldn't make any sense. It would be,
It doesn't have to make sense. It's hypothetical.
No, I know, but it's age appropriate, and like we should respect that.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta say his picks are pretty good. For Uncle Al, I'm not sure though, because I was picturing more of Kiefer Sutherland in The Lost Boys, but like Kiefer Sutherland now if he was the character from The Lost Boys, if he aged.
Kiefer Sutherland ages, yeah.
Well, vampires don't. That's why when I made reference to The Lost Boys, which is 30, if he were still alive today as a vampire, he would still look the same as he did 30 years ago.
You're worried
vampires.
about You're worried about not making sense. This is
Fuck off.
You're losing me. So you got M. Night Shyamalan for the director. Mm-hmm. Very similar to Patrick's pick of M. Night Shyamalan for director.
Well, I think it's the exact same one.
Very
Who would
similar,
you pick? Who would you pick?
Let's see. Who Michael Showalter. Let's pick Michael Showalter. Because he knows...
Don't say his name one more time.
Oh, God, you're right. I'm too in. He knows camp, man.
Yeah, I mean,
he knows camp. You know what? All the kids from Stranger Things. Because these are good actors. And you know what you do when you find good child actors? You work them raw. You just get them to act
Stop it.
as much as you can. You wear them out. And then by like 14, 15, you do what Macaulay Culkin did. You get him in all the movies, and then he just spirals off the deep end. That's what you do with the cast of Stranger Things.
Okay.
And Larry, I want to say Steve Buscemi. I don't know why. I think it's because I still want John Goodman as Uncle Al. So I think their dynamic would be enjoyable. And
shut the fuck up, Larry.
Yeah, exactly. And Nick, as an extra here, I'm going to say that the role of Saber should be played by Kevin Spacey.
Thank you for your email, Patrick. We appreciate you listening, and we will keep on creeping on.
All right, yes, thank you, Pat.
Pat?
I'm on a nickname basis with him now.
Okay.
And remember, if you want to write in, you could do that at WeGotGoosebumps@gmail.com.
Yeah, we always enjoy letters. We appreciate the letters we just got sent in. Please send us more.
We're hungry for letters. We're selfish too. We're gonna be just like Janie here. We're gonna receive all the letters, and we're not gonna write any letters back.
No,
that's actually incorrect. I'm gonna write people back. Spooky facts, Nick. You ready?
Spooky facts. Spooky facts. Spooky facts.
I like the fanfare with that. But Nick, I've got some spooky facts to be sure. But
Great.
we got to break rank here and discuss them at the end of the show because.
But why?
They're too spooky.
Oh.
Too spooky and spoilery. Spooky spoilers. And I don't want to get into that because
spoilers.
It's hard to talk about The Ghost Next Door without ruining The Ghost Next Door.
I mean, if you just read the first chapter, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think by page 3, it was pretty solidified what was going on in this book. But we are older than we were when we were younger. That is a fact.
I can't argue with that, Matthew.
Take that to the bank.
Oh, yep.
Dollars
hard currency.
For donuts.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's jump into the cover discussion, Nick.
Yes.
You got the cover in front of you?
I have got the cover in front of me.
I had a lot to say about this cover because as a child, never really grabbed my interest. Not doing much for me right now either, I'll tell you that.
You know what I like?
What do you like?
I like the perspective of it.
Yes.
The way it curves, like it's taken from a lens.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did write that there was like a warped perspective. Yeah. That was the only thing keeping the cover.
It also could be ghost vision.
I mean, this cover has been sandwiched in between two of the most gorgeous covers, in my opinion. Welcome to Camp Nightmare and The Haunted Mask.
The Haunted Mask is a good cover, Brent.
Yes. The color scheme on this, kind of drab. What would you describe these colors as? Because I wrote down a peach and a brownish green.
Yeah, no, it's olive.
Oh, yeah, and that's a gross color.
Olive and peach.
They don't go well together, and you know what? To
Olive
Jacobus's
and flesh.
Ew. Olive and flesh sounds like it could be a cute little comic strip.
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything. I think it would just be like a cute little girl with curly hair and a hunk of flesh. The girl's name is Olive, and the flesh is just flesh.
It's just a 3-panel comic.
Yeah.
And so she throws a ball, fetch, and then it just sits there because it's inanimate.
Yeah.
It's just a hunk of flesh, and it's just like that for the 2 remaining panels.
Olive and flesh. Already getting spin-offs. To Jacobus's credit, I'm sure he doesn't choose the colors of.
Yes, no, that's why
of the Goosebumps logo.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, all that aside, Nick.
Well, the Converse shoes.
Yeah, but I'm still. That's what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at 3 shoes.